Namaste, welcome. Today I bring to you a daily yoga practice, something you can return to again and again. I will be offering options so you can make the practice your own. We won't need any props for today's class, and whenever you're ready, we'll begin in toe pose. Curling the toes under, sitting on our heels. If this is too intense, you can always come into Vajrasana or easy seat. Rolling the shoulders up and back once, closing down the eyes, taking these first few breaths to help us arrive. Just coming into our body, our practice. Starting with a round of cleansing breath in through the nose and sigh all out. Begin to deepen your breath. Taking another 3 to 4 rounds with that awareness. Final round. Inhale and exhale. Gently blink the eyes open. You'll probably be feeling something in your feet. Again, if it gets too intense, you can always come out of it. We'll do a little cat and cow. Bring the hands out in front of you. On the inhale, imagine you're pulling something towards your body. You're arching your spine. And on the exhale, imagine pressing something away, pushing something away. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Continue. Inhale, pull, squeezing the shoulder blades. Exhale, push, space between the shoulder blades. You can tuck your chin. Inhale, we arch. Exhale, we round. Last round, inhale. Exhale, push and pause here this time. Lift the chin away from the chest. Relax the top of the shoulders down. This is the alignment we are looking for in plank. Protraction in the shoulders, tuck in the tailbone. Engage your core. Another breath. And release. Good job. Shake out the arms. We'll come on our knees and extend the right leg out for our gate pose. Line up your right toes and your left heel in one line and then place the right palm on the right leg. Left arm reaches up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend. Push the hips forward and bend as much as you can. Another breath. Slowly lower the left palm down, fingers facing the short end of the mat, and then hold your modified side plank here. Then press the right foot in the mat and then see if you can lift the left knee. Just an option, you don't have to. Keep reaching the hips up towards the sky, lift from the bottom waist, and then if available, right arm reaches up. Another breath. Lower the hand, lower the knee, gently rise up, and we'll switch sides. Bring the right knee in, extend the left foot out, left hand on the leg now, right arm reaches up, and we side bend. Sending the hips forward, back of the head, pressing back in space, chin away from the chest. Final breath. Gently rise up. We transition into our side plank on this side, modified. Left hand on left hip, and then see if you can lift your right knee off the mat. Option to lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. You can lift the gaze if the neck allows. Final breath. Lower the knee down, this time face any short end of the mat, and we'll go into a plank. So extending one leg long, then the other, stacking shoulders over wrist, lifting the kneecaps up, and tucking the tailbone. Then lower the knees down, tuck the tailbone, shoulders go past the wrist, very slowly come through chaturanga, then come all the way down. On the next inhale, rise up for cobra. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. So roll the shoulders back, open the chest, use the back muscles. Another breath. Pressing back into downward facing dog now. And then pedaling out the legs once we arrive, first down dog of the practice. Any movement that feels good, perhaps swaying the hips side to side. And then let's find stillness in our down dog. Shifting the weight in the left foot, lift the right leg up. Keep the hip closed. Reach up with your toes. Inhale here. Exhale, wave forward, knee to nose, shoulders over wrist. Another breath. And then step the foot in between the hands. We'll lower the back heel down, turn the toes out for warrior one. Rise up. Lift the arms up. Back leg is straight, front knee is bent, shoulders relaxed. Gaze forward. Final breath. Lower the hands down, keep the shape of the legs. We'll create a bind. Interlacing the hands, roll the shoulders up and back, and then extend the arms any amount. Keep the bind close to the low back, or if you can, move it away, arch the spine, and then slowly begin to fold inside the front leg. Any amount. If you're going deeper, try to bring the right shoulder on the inside of the right leg. And then if you feel the need to support yourself, hands can come inside the foot. You can relax your head by bringing the chin to chest. Another breath. Releasing the bind, bringing hands either side of the right foot. You might have to turn the left toes a little bit forward to point forward, square out the hips, and then fold into your pyramid. Drawing the right hip back, left hip forward. Relax. Left hand grounds down. You could be on your finger pads, right hand on right hip. Twist to the right side. And if available, right arm can reach up towards the sky. Final breath. Lower the hand, rebend the knee. We'll transition into plank. You could directly go to down dog or join me for a vinyasa. Lowering the knees down if you'd like. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Then we all meet in downward facing dog. On the next inhale, lift the left leg up. Hold your one-legged down dog for a beat. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose on this side now. Wave forward, rolling on your right toes. And then stepping the foot in between the hands. You might need multiple steps, totally fine. Ground the back heel down and then rise up. Virabhadrasana, warrior one on this side. Pressing through the outer edge of the right foot. That will help to prevent, that collapse that happens in the ankle in this pose. One more breath. Lower the hand down. Going for that bind again. I like to go for the awkward bind. So right thumb on top is usually my usual bind. This time I'm taking the left thumb on top. You could join me. Inhale, arch the spine. And then exhale, we fold any amount and take any option on this side. Final breath. Releasing hands either side of the left foot, turning the right toe slightly to face forward, and then find length in the front leg. Fold any amount. Final breath. Now we twist. Right hand grounds down, left hand on left hip. Turn the chest to the left side. Stay here or add the arm. Continue to draw the left hip back. And if the neck allows, you could always look up. Final breath. Rebend the knee. Optional vinyasa. You could always take child's pose in between. Back bend. And then downward facing dog. From your down dog, wave forward into plank once. And then we are coming down on our belly. So you could come through chaturanga or you could just lower the knees down and lower yourself down. All the way. Bringing the hands by your side. Resting the forehead down. On the next inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. Lift the arms, lift the legs. Head, neck and shoulders for your Shalabhasana, locust. 5 breaths here. Use the strength of the back body to lift high. The low back, the glutes, the hamstrings, the upper back. Final breath. Well done. Bring the hands down. This time press yourself back into Vajrasana or child's pose. Wherever you are, cleanse out your breath. You can do that more than once, steadying the breath. Final round. We transition back into downward facing dog. Couple of breaths. Deepen it. Take advantage of the body being warm now. So we lengthen the spine, we lengthen the hamstrings, the calves. Bending the knee, making our way to the top of the mat. You can step, you can hop, forward fold. On the next inhale, half lift, flat back, palms can press into shins or thighs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, lower the hands down. Nicely done. We'll take a chair now. So feet can be slightly apart or you can bring them together. I like to keep a little space here for stability. Let's begin by keeping the hands in front of the heart. Tuck the tailbone, lower yourself down. It doesn't have to be super deep. Make sure you're not arching, slightly tucking the tailbone. That's gonna fire up the core too. If you look down, you should be able to see your toes. If this seems okay, you can add the arms. Building some heat in the core, in the legs. Final breath. Lower the hands down, maybe on the hips, and then shift the weight in the right leg and lift the left leg off the mat. One-legged mountain stork pose. Hands can remain on the hips, or we can bring them in front of the heart. You can choose to stay here or join me for a twist. So right hand forward, left hand back. Focusing our gaze on an unmoving spot. Final breath. Doing our best to return with grace. I'm losing my balance, lowering the foot down and shake out the legs. Good job, well done. We'll go back into our chair. This time you can take the arms overhead option right away and working on the rest of the alignment. 2 more breaths. Final. Let's bring the hands on the hips, this time shifting the weight in the left leg. Right leg lifts up. Steadying yourself first. And then take any option. We'll try to twist. Final breath. And then come back center. If you felt shaky, I'm with you on that. Left side is not my strongest side. Well done though. We'll come into boat pose now. So slowly lower yourself down, perhaps coming in the middle of the mat. We'll start by keeping the hands by our side. We'll support ourselves, lean back, tuck the tailbone gently, and then lift the feet off the mat. Relax the shoulders. Now decide where you want your legs to be. You can slowly start lifting your ankles, your feet away from the mat. If you feel in control, you can reach the arms forward and then try to further straighten the legs. Another breath. Slowly lower yourself down in low boat. Again, the legs don't have to completely straighten. We have to remember all these poses look different on different days, depending on how we feel. Final breath. And then slowly lower yourself down. Once you arrive there, hug the knees to your chest. Gentle rocks. Coming back center, we'll take a twist, extending the left leg long, scooting the hips slightly to the right side, and then stacking right hip on top of left. I like to keep my right leg on the left thigh. You could always place it outside. Gently nudging the right leg with the left hand. Then option to straighten the right arm on your side. You can also turn the head over to the right side. Final breath. Bring the head back center, returning on our backs. Make adjustments. Right leg long, scoot the hips to the left, left leg comes to the right. And we take the twist on this side. You can either cactus out the left arm or bring it into a T. Final breath. Slowly return back. Poon Vayu Muktasana before Shavasana. So hands can wrap around the shins if available. You can always place the hands behind the thighs. Option to lift the head, neck and shoulders. And give yourself a nice tight hug. Inhale to squeeze. Exhale to release. Any leg variation for your Shavasana, bent knees, crisscross legs, or you can extend the legs long. Give yourself a moment to settle down here, unwind. We'll close with one final cleansing breath. And sigh it out. Completely let go. In the body, in the mind. Connect with that space that you created in the body and your mind. Shavasana. You could end the practice here or stay in Shavasana for a little bit longer. I'll leave the video on. See you next time.